Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be having a look at Mirage, and this is the craziest sneaker bot ever. I'm just going to say that now. I don't even know what the title of this video will be, but it will be something along the lines of the best sneaker bot ever, best EU sneaker bot, because this goes for about £2,200, £2,000 around that area, and this bot is crazy. Now, I don't class myself as a, big chef when it comes to sneaker botting, but this bot has changed everything. Honestly, without this bot, I would not be in the position where I am today with anything. I've managed to get so many pairs of this bot that before I just couldn't hit. For me, this bot has just done a lot. It's managed to get me a lot of pairs, and I just want to say shout out to the developers, because without them, any of the last few months with me having this bot wouldn't have been possible. There you go. Bought by Mirage, iPhone 13 Pro. That's just one of the things that Mirage has, bought me. Not really a flex, it's just thank you to the developers, because this bot has been crazy, the amount of pairs I've been able to get. But yeah, let's actually get into the review, because no one really cares about my soppy stories. Yeah, Mirage CLI bot, okay? I love it. Personally, big CLI fan, especially with the sites this supports, which are Mesh. Now, Mesh is the main site Mirage supports, and that's probably the one you've heard it support. However, it also supports a lot of other ones. Recently, it did really well on Office and Offspring. That module's also really good. It's also got a Slam Jam module that's not used that much, as well as an Ambush and Off-White module, which did do quite well on the Off-White 2s once they pushed an update, which is really good. The developers for this bot are crazy. You've got Will, Vastid, and Austin, and they do an incredible job. Always updates coming out, especially on drop updates. Always, if anything gets changed on the drop, whatever, always throw out an update so the users can cook, and they always do. It's crazy. There's also Kith, SNS, Naked, and YME. Foot Asylum, which I also did really well on, but I think that module doesn't work right now. This bot has been absolutely insane. That is the site list, but let's actually have a look at what it's like to use the bot, because it is very different to other bots in how it runs, and let me take you through this. So this is kind of my file system right now, and it's not like other bots where you have a profile system. You do all your profiles within the bot. So if I open up CSV, you can see some things will be blurred in here, but essentially you put in all of your emails, your addresses, your billing details, all within here. And I'm just running right now. This is a Foot Asylum CSV, and I did really well on Foot Asylums. I got a bunch of pandas, which was crazy. I got a bunch of Panda Mens, and I made a lot of money off them. Sold them all really fast, made about £100 profit a pair. And yep, I was kind of balling after that. I can't lie. I was literally on top of the world. So yeah, it's a little bit annoying it doesn't have the option for profiles, but I honestly don't think it's a big deal, because once you type it in, you can copy and paste it, especially for a lot of the sites this support. Now, I've moved you over to my Kith EU CSV, and honestly, it's the same. So the way you type it in is you put in your module name, which in this instance is Kith. You type in the site, which again is Kith. Now, you have different modes for Kith. The modes are pre-harvest and normal. You then have your email, which I put my catch-all in. You product, size, address 1, address 2, first name, last name, city, phone, postcode, county, country, card number, card year, card month. And that's pretty much all. At the last, they have loops and dummy, which are site-specific of whether you should use those. So what's cool is in the address is they have inbuilt jigging. So what you can do with your address is you can put XXX at the start. I'm also doing this will add 3 random numbers before your address if you put that. And that works for mesh jigs, so you really minimize cancels. So that's really good. Inbuilt to the bot, saves me having to have loads of profiles. So that kind of takes away the point of having profiles, because you've got that. Now, I feel like a lot of people look at the site list and the price, and they'll just say, that's not making sense to me. And I do get that, and there's a big initial hesitation. A lot of people will say, oh, Mesh doesn't drop that regularly. The other sites really don't drop that regularly. Why are you doing it? You got to look actually how much they are dropping now, and the amount people are hitting. I mean, you look at bots like Flare, and they have an incredible site list, and Flare does do really well. However, in comparison to the Mirage and the amount of users they have, Mirage are doing incredibly. And also, although they have a small site list, all of it is working to a really high standard as well. There is no modules slacking. All of them, whenever there is a drop, they are on point, they are performing, and they are getting the maximum amount of checkouts they literally can. I mean, they release their statistics in the bot server, so I'm not going to say anything because they don't do it on Twitter. But these guys are literally taking a super high percentage of stock, more than any other bot I think out there. Also, what I like about it is it's not a UK or EU bot specific. It's not country specific. It supports all pretty much the world, really. I've recently hit JDAU. I know people who are hitting Thailand. It's got all of that. I mean, unfortunately, no US sites, but it does do all of Asia, with Singapore, Malaysia, Mesh. They do some restocks, and that's also really good. Now, one thing I do recommend if you are going to pick up a copy, get yourself a reshipper. I've done a video that should be in like one of the corners up there. Really, you want to be maximizing every country and region you're going for with this bot, because you can hit some crazy numbers. And yeah, I think it's generally a good thing to do. So Mirage mainly works using quick tasks from what I've found. And this is a pretty smart way to do it, because basically you don't know sometimes what's going to drop on Mesh, and instead of having to get your CSV set up, all you have to do is quick click a button in the Discord and it will start all of your tasks and everything will run. So as you can see, everything will be blurred out on the screen right now, but basically this is my Mesh CSV. It's the same as all the others. You have your module, your site, your mode, and right now all my Mesh tasks are in there, but I've got tasks for everything from SNS to Offspring to Office, Kith, everything. So basically whenever I see anything drop, I just click that and all my tasks will start for me. So I don't really use those, you know, pre-made, or the ones I've made, those CSVs, because honestly I just see it and click it. I only really use the other CSVs if I'm pre-running, which I don't really tend to do at the moment. So if we go to open the bot, you'll see two things will open. You have the actual instance itself, but we also have an inbot PayPal. So I'm going to close that for now, but that's used when checking out on PayPal. You can basically check out through there, or I think you can do it through the webhook. Either way. Now, this is definitely a top tier bot, so if you're a beginner EU botter, I wouldn't go straight into owning this bot, but if you're wanting to get more than 10 pairs on a drop, I don't think there is a better bot you can get right now than Mirage, because it does destroy. But basically, what you do is you select your available proxy list. So I'm going to go with my AU proxies, and then basically from there, you can either start your quick tasks now, and this is when they'll start the bot, or you can go ahead and start a pre-made CSV. So we go ahead and press 1 and then enter, and it will start my tasks. But at the top, we can see George's Ginger's Mirage copy. We have carts, checkout, and then the proxy list we're using. You can't see the amount of tasks you're running, which is slightly annoying, but it, you know, changes if you're using quick tasks and a CSV, so it doesn't matter. Again, similar to bots like Ganesh, if you've used them before, it's pretty much the same CLI-wise. So guys, I'm editing this video right now, and I'm just honestly thinking there is not enough to cover in this bot, so I thought I should go over what it's actually like to use and how much money I made so quickly. So I'm going to start off with Foot Asylum, with the pandas. I'll have all the text on screen, but in this clip, I make well over £1,000 profit across these shoes in literally a few seconds. It's crazy, but yeah, this bot is insane. Just watch this. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm shaking. I'm actually shaking. What the 14 pairs of pandas? Let's fucking go. You know what? I think one of the craziest things about the panda drop was that I was actually trying to open up other bots and stuff while I was running. Trying to run Ganesh, got 0 with them. I saw other people hitting in Ganesh, but me, nothing. But Mirage is just getting checkouts, and I was spamming 3DS, 14 pairs, that was crazy. And that's nearly most of the cost of Mirage done in one drop, which was crazy. But also we have Mesh. Let me show you a few Mesh clips of just what this bot is capable of. And by the way, this is when I first got it. This was in the first week of when I got Mirage, and yeah, I paid back that bot multiple times during that week, and it was crazy. I hope that's giving you guys a general overview of what this bot is like to use, and I probably haven't done it justice at all, but just to throw some numbers out there, in my first month of using Mirage, I made about £5,000 straight profit, and with stock that I still had, I made about £7,000, but that's including unsold profit, unrealized profit. But yeah, £5,000 straight profit in the bank account, which is, I mean, that's a crazy number. That's more than I could ever imagine making. And again, shout out to the developers at Mirage, because it wouldn't be possible without them. I'm using their tool after all. But yeah, it's crazy. Honestly, thank you very much for watching this video. It's been a little bit all over the place. It's been a little bit different, but Mirage is the best bot I think we'll see in 2022. It was the best bot of 2021, in my opinion, as you can see. And yeah, if you haven't got it already, I honestly don't know what you're doing.